Welcome to Talk Travel with Heather Tate, North Mississippi's podcast for savvy travelers. Talk Travel with Heather Tate is a weekly podcast that airs every Monday on the Shark 102.3 FM radio station based in Ripley, Mississippi, and is then released as a podcast. Travel advisor and travel enthusiast Heather Tate of Whimsical Destinations gives listeners expert travel tips curated through the years of personal and professional experience. By clicking subscribe, you'll have a new travel tip to add to your collection delivered to your podcast library every Monday. Talk Travel with Heather Tate is brought to you by Sun Bear Studio. Sun Bear Studio is a boutique recording studio in the heart of Ripley, Mississippi. When you record with us at Sun Bear Studio, we can mix, master, register, and publish your music, your podcast, or your family story. Email us when you're ready at sunbear@jc.media.
This program was recorded at Sun Bear Studio in Ripley, Mississippi.
Good morning, Northeast Mississippi travelers. This is Heather with Talk Travel with Heather Tate, and I'm so excited to share my adventures and tried and true tips with you, whether you are also a seasoned traveler, a hopeful traveler, or currently an armchair traveler, meaning you're going to follow along with us from home for now. This is our 101st episode of Talk Travel with Heather Tate. And since we are about halfway through the summer, I know it sounds sad to say it that way, but since we are about halfway through the summer, we're going to talk about a summer bucket list today. Now, you guys know I love a bucket list of any kind, right? So I wanted to check in and see with you how you're doing and making this an epic summer vacation. Now, I'm going to share with you what we've done so far. I have come up with 20 things that we have already checked off of our summer bucket list, but we're not finished yet. And that's why I wanted to check in. Instead of waiting until the end of the summer to talk about everything we've done, I wanted to go ahead and give you some ideas now because maybe you've already done a lot on your summer bucket list. Maybe your list is already completely checked off and you're like, we have a whole nother month with kids at home, out of school. What are we going to do? And if we're honest, even though school starts back in August, the way our weather is here, our summer's going to extend much past this month. So if there's something that you needed to squeeze in and it needs to be after this month, you still can. So here are our 20 things that we've done so far, our family has done so far this summer. Number one on our list, we went to a drive-in. We actually went to the Iuka drive-in, and they have shows Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturday nights. And for the summer, they've even added some Monday nights. Now, we wanted to do a double feature, so we went on a Friday night, and we got to watch two movies. Kids 12 and under were free, so we took our niece. We had loaded up the car. You get concessions there, and they are much more reasonably priced than you would get them in a movie theater in Tupelo. We had a blast. And it was so beautiful. You could turn your car around. You can have blankets. You can have chairs that you can set up on the grass. And as we were watching the first movie, as it was getting darker, the most beautiful part about the whole experience for me was seeing the fireflies lighting up all around the woods and in the grass. It was a wonderful evening. You can follow them on their Facebook page, Iuka Drive-In, to see what their weekly shows are. They change every week. And most of the time, it's going to be a family-friendly show first. And the first show, I believe, was at about 8 o'clock. And then following that, you'll have a second show. We had two that were family-friendly. So just watch each week to see if you can find two movies that you like and see two for the price of one. Number 2 on our list, a new place. I am all about going to new places. And so for us, we have some things on our list that hit more than one bucket list item. We went to Niagara Falls and Niagara on the Lake for our new place. That also is going to lead me into our number 3, which is chasing waterfalls. Every summer, I find a way for us to go to a waterfall. Sometimes it's a new one. Sometimes it's one we have been to before. So this year, Niagara Falls was the epic waterfall that we got to go to on our summer bucket list. All right, we have number 4 on the list, summer camp for the boys. They have done multiple camps. Both London and Christian did a theater camp with Pied Piper this summer. London has another theater camp coming up, which is going to be TCT's theater camp. And also he did a biology science camp. There's other camps that we've looked into. Christian is still really leaning towards wanting to do the safari camp for the Blue Spring Safari Camp. I love a summer camp, whether it's for a couple of days. Oh, there's a basketball summer camp that London wanted to do that he did for a night. So there's so many different, whether it's sports, the arts, anything to do with, with animals or science. There's so many different options for a summer camp, and that was on our bucket list. Road trips, number 5. If you have not done a summer road trip yet, I have a whole episode about summer road trips, but we took our summer road trip to Canada, and it was amazing. You'll hear more about that soon, I'm sure, in a few weeks. Number 6, went to the movies. Now, there's a summer movie feature where you can go Tuesday mornings and Wednesday mornings. Both Cinemark and Malco have them, where you're getting to see movies that have been pre-released. They're family-friendly movies. So they've been out. Some of them have been out several years. Some of them have recently been out, and you get to go at a discounted rate. They're usually in the mornings at 9 or 10 in the morning, and they're going to have them still all throughout this month. So if you have not gone to the movies yet, make sure you check out the summer movies. We ended up going, there's several movies that we wanted to see this summer, from Garfield to Inside Out 2 and some others. So there's a lot of family-friendly movies. We also, let's see, number 7 on our list was to go bowling. We do not go bowling very often, but I make a point at least once every summer to go bowling with the boys. Number 8, it may be something that you have done daily, not just once in the summer, or maybe even weekly, is to go swimming. We are always up to go swimming, whether it's when we're on a trip or when we're at home. Friends with pools, you're welcome to invite us over at any point. We would love to come. Number 9, the thing that's on your summer bucket list that you didn't even know. So I'm gonna give you a secret right now. If you're thinking, man, I haven't even started my summer bucket list, I'm going to give you an idea. This is how you can cheat a little bit. Look back at what you've already done this summer, right? So when your kids at the end of the summer are like, we didn't do anything, you're like, oh, we did. These are the things we've done. So sometimes I add things on my list even after I've done them, didn't even realize it was going to be on my summer bucket list. I do this with my daily to-do list too. You need to do that, right? You've accomplished something. You're like, oh, I didn't even put this on my to-do list. So you go write it in really quickly just so you can cross it out and feel accomplished. Well, that is my number 9. Attend a Civil War reenactment. I didn't know we were going to do that. I'll be honest. I didn't find out until the Bryce's Crossroads reenactment until the weekend of. I saw that it was going to be on there for that Saturday and Sunday, and even some activities that Monday evening a couple of weeks ago in June, and we got to go to it. And it is one of the coolest, most authentic Civil War reenactments in the South, and it was in Baldwin, Mississippi. So that's something on our list. Attend a farmer's market. Guys, if you have not gone to a summer farmer's market in Northeast Mississippi yet, or wherever you're listening from, you have got to do it. We went to Saltillo's first farmer's market of the season just a few weeks ago, and it is something we have put on our Thursday evening schedule. There's a Tupelo Farmers Market on Saturday mornings. You have the Pontotoc Farmers Market, which is one of the best in the state. You need to go to a farmers market if you have not already, because that is where you're going to get the best fruits and vegetables. All right, I'm going to speed through the rest of these. Number 11, have a snowball. We did this at Centennial Park in Nashville. Number 12, a cookout with friends. If you have not had a cookout with friends yet, then you need to put that on your list for this month, for part of your summer bucket list. Number 13, gardening. I will say attempted gardening. I live in the middle of the woods. We don't get a lot of sun, but my boys are trying to grow some vegetables. And right now they have cherry tomatoes in buckets that are still alive. And we're just waiting for them to blossom and to bloom. So I have some tomatoes for my salad. Number 14, to eat by the water. Guy's Place on the Tin Tom in Fulton, Mississippi. If you have not been there, put that on your bucket list for this summer. We just went a few weeks ago. Absolutely breathtaking at sunset. So you're getting views, delicious food, and you feel like you're in a Nicholas Sparks movie or book. I kid you not. It is wonderful. Number 15, laser tag at night. This is one of London's 12th birthday presents, was to get a laser tag set, and he and Christian have been running all throughout our woods playing laser tag. Number 16, visit a science museum. We also did this in Nashville when we went for London's birthday trip. Number 17 on our bucket list for the summer was to fly from Tupelo. I have more about that coming up soon. Number 18, to see fireworks. So whether it's 4th of July fireworks that are going to be going on all this week, or we actually got to see fireworks nightly when we were in Niagara Falls, finding some fireworks this summer was something on our bucket list. Number 19, visit out-of-town friends. When I tell you we checked off a lot of things in our Niagara Falls road trip, we got to go visit my best friend in Ohio and went to Niagara Falls together. And number 20 on our list was to Tye Dye T-shirts. This could be something, anything crafty, anything fun. It could be, drawing or coloring with chalk. It could be having a water balloon fight. It could be making something together. But we wanted to do something crafty, and we knocked this out when we were having our cookout with our friends. Fortunately, one of my best friends is extremely crafty, and it was her idea to ice tie-dye shirts. So we had the option of doing traditional tie-dye or ice dyeing. So there's still so many things left on our list. I'm just going to name a few of them. We want to have a day trip. We have done a lot of bigger trips. We have not done a day trip yet. We would like to go out on a boat. Hint, hint. Taking offers. All my friends or even listeners, if you have a boat and you have availability, feel free to reach out to me and invite us. We're going to come. To attend a summer festival, see a parade, go to Europe. There's going to be more about this coming up soon, but that is still on my summer bucket list. I am not giving up hope on this. To go to the beach or a water park, make lemonade, and to pick fruit, whether it's blueberries, peaches, or maybe another fruit this summer. I love to get out and go to a U-Pick to pick some fruit. That is all the time we have this week for Talk Travel with Heather Tate. Thank you for tuning in to our summer bucket list episode. If you are not already on our Facebook group, Heather and Logan Tate Whimsical Destinations, I invite you to join it for more summer bucket list ideas. Whatever you're doing this week, I hope it is a grand adventure. Remember, life is short. Take the trip, make those memories. You won't regret it.
This show is made possible by JC Media, LLC in Ripley, Mississippi. JC Media owns the Shark 102.3 Classic Rock FM radio station where the show is hosted, and Sun Bear Recording Studio where the interviews are recorded. We need your feedback and support. If you listen to the podcast on a player like iTunes, Google Podcasts, or Amazon Music, please subscribe to the show and leave us a review. We also have an email in which you can share your feedback. That email is theshark1023@gmail.com. Subscribe to our podcast on your favorite app or stream episodes online at shark1023.com/podcasts. Today's episode was produced by Melinda Marsalis. It was edited by Rick Williams and engineered by Chris Marsalis. The podcast technician is Joyce Grady.